back to DC Motor Works. Today we're working on this 98 Dodge Ram. It's actually my neighbor's truck. Been taking care of it for him for a few years now. Wanted to show you how to fix a common problem with this 46RE transmission. So when you're driving, it'd set a check engine light and would be stuck in third and fourth gear. So in this older style transmission that's based off the old hydraulic 727 transmission has been adapted into the somewhat electronic controls it has now. This is your governor pressure solenoid and pressure transducer, pressure sensor. These have been through multiple different iterations. But you can see this one as it wears. You can see these little screens have gotten clogged, which will make this solenoid not operate properly, giving you incorrect pressures and incorrect pressure readings. It'll cause this transmission either not to shift out of first gear, or you'll be stuck in the higher gears, third and fourth. This is the valve block that controls it. So your main pressure solenoid goes here, and this is your sensor. It goes on this plate on the side of the transmission. So we're replacing both of these. You can probably clean it and get it going for a little while, but with all the small particles, it's best just to replace it. They're not terribly expensive, a little over $100 a piece or so. See, this one's nice and clear. We'll get us shifting again. I'll go ahead and service the transmission while we're here. New filter, gasket, and fluid. You can see that valve block just lives right here. You've also got your overdrive and lockup solenoids right here, which usually aren't too much of an issue. Occasionally. This is your band adjustment. You know, this is an older style transmission, like I said, so these still have band adjustments. So there's the one there for the rear band, and there's one up in here for the front band. Common problem on these transmissions was the shift valve, that this transmission did actually not allow fluid flow when in park. So when you're in park with no fluid flow and you suddenly put it in reverse or drive, you're starting that gear dry, and it then has to pump up fluid. So they've actually changed the shift valve. Most at this age will already have it, but it was a very common failure point on these. They weren't the strongest of transmissions. To keep them going, you have to do very frequent service and band adjustments and keep your fluid up to date. And also, these were very specific to the type of fluid. They use the ATF Plus, which has been superseded up to ATF Plus 4 at this point. So like a Dexron fluid, Mercon fluid will not work in this transmission for long. But this is an old work truck. He did buy it brand new. It's starting to show its age. But we've done ball joints, transmission, fuel pump, water pump. So we've done a lot to keep this thing going. And now we'll get the transmission going again. We're also replacing the starter, because it intermittently will not start unless you tap on it. So we got one of those on the way also. Get this truck going back on the road for my neighbor for many more years to come.